Today's video, B65 local bus announcements to Crown Heights Ralph Avenue, via Nova and SS. Enjoy the video. This is B65 to Crown Heights Ralph Avenue. A fare is required to ride. This stop is Smith Street and Fulton Street. Next stop, Boerum Place and Geralaman Street. This stop is Boerum Place and Geralaman Street. Next stop, Atlantic Avenue and Smith Street. Transfer available to B63. This stop is Atlantic Avenue and Smith Street. Next stop, Atlantic Avenue and Hoyt Street. Transfers available to the 2 and 3 trains. This stop is Atlantic Avenue and Hoyt Street. Next stop, Atlantic Avenue and Bond Street. This stop is Atlantic Avenue and Bond Street. Next stop, Atlantic Avenue and Nevin Street. Transfers available to the 2, 3, 4 and 5 trains. This stop is Atlantic Avenue and Nevin Street. Next stop, Atlantic Avenue and 3rd Avenue. Transfer available to B37. This stop is Atlantic Avenue and 3rd Avenue. Next stop, Dean Street and 3rd Avenue. Transfers available to the 2, 3, 4, 5, B, D, Q and R trains. Long Island Railroad, B37, B41, B41 Limited, B63 and B67. This stop is Dean Street and 3rd Avenue. Next stop, Atlantic Avenue and Flatbush Avenue. Transfers available to the 2, 3, 4, 5, B, D, Q and R trains. Long Island Railroad, B37, B41, B41 Limited, B45, B63 and B67. This stop is Atlantic Avenue and Flatbush Avenue. Next stop, Dean Street and 5th Avenue. Transfer available to B63. This stop is Dean Street and 5th Avenue. Next stop, Dean Street and Flatbush Avenue. Transfers available to B41 and B41 Limited. This stop is Dean Street and Flatbush Avenue. Next stop, Atlantic Avenue and Carlton Avenue. This stop is Atlantic Avenue and Carlton Avenue. Next stop, Dean Street and Carlton Avenue. This stop is Dean Street and Carlton Avenue. Next stop, Atlantic Avenue and Vanderbilt Avenue. Transfer available to B69. This stop is Atlantic Avenue and Vanderbilt Avenue. Next stop, Dean Street and Vanderbilt Avenue. Transfer available to B69. This stop is Dean Street and Vanderbilt Avenue. Next stop, Dean Street and Washington Avenue. This stop is Dean Street and Washington Avenue. Next stop, Dean Street and Grand Avenue. This stop is Dean Street and Grand Avenue. Next stop, Dean Street and Classen Avenue. Transfer available to B48. This stop is Dean Street and Classen Avenue. Next stop, Dean Street and Franklin Avenue. This stop is Dean Street and Franklin Avenue. Next stop, Dean Street and Bedford Avenue. Transfers available to B49 and B49 Limited. This stop is Dean Street and Bedford Avenue. Next stop, Dean Street and Nostrand Avenue. Transfer available to B44. This stop is Dean Street and Nostrand Avenue. Next stop, Dean Street and New York Avenue. This stop is Dean Street and New York Avenue. Next stop, Dean Street and Brooklyn Avenue. This stop is Dean Street and Brooklyn Avenue. Next stop, Dean Street and Kingston Avenue. This stop is Dean Street and Kingston Avenue. Next stop, Dean Street and Albany Avenue. Transfer available to B15. This stop is Dean Street and Albany Avenue. Next stop, Dean Street and Troy Avenue. This stop is Dean Street and Troy Avenue. Next stop, Dean Street and Schenectady Avenue. This stop is Dean Street and Schenectady Avenue. Next stop, Dean Street and Utica Avenue. Transfer available to B46. This stop is Dean Street and Utica Avenue. Next stop, Dean Street and Rochester Avenue. This stop is Dean Street and Rochester Avenue. Next stop, Rochester Avenue and Bergen Street. This stop is Rochester Avenue and Bergen Street. Next stop, St. Mark's Avenue and Rochester Avenue. This stop is St. Mark's Avenue and Rochester Avenue. Next stop, St. Mark's Avenue and Buffalo Avenue. This stop is St. Mark's Avenue and Buffalo Avenue. Next stop, St. Mark's Avenue and Ralph Avenue. Transfer available to B47. This stop is St. Mark's Avenue and Ralph Avenue. Next stop, Ralph Avenue and Sterling Place. This stop is Ralph Avenue and Sterling Place. Next stop, Ralph Avenue and St. John's Place. Transfers available to B45 and B47. This stop is Ralph Avenue and St. John's Place. This is B65 to Crown Heights Ralph Avenue. A fare is required to ride.